Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Chris with Zeke in the back seat, and today I'm sitting in the parking lot at Taco Bell, of all places. Taco Bell in Syracuse, New York. Well, why am I at Taco Bell? Good question. Well, I'm not here to go in and get any food. Rather, I'm here to tell a story. September 23rd, 1994 was exactly 25 years ago today. And I was here at this location with a few friends, and we went inside and got some food. And that was when I came to the realization that animal products were no longer food. I didn't consider them food anymore, and that was the last time I ate anything that came from an animal. So this marks my 25-year anniversary of going vegan. There's a lot of misinformation out there these days. There's a lot of people that are saying that you just can't sustain a vegan lifestyle and it's bad for your health and you're gonna find all kinds of health problems going down the line. I guess it's important for me to come out here as a long-term vegan YouTuber because I don't really know too many other YouTubers that are long-time vegans like this. Although I know a lot of long-time vegans, but they just don't really do YouTube. So yeah, I thought it was important to make this video and let you guys know that you absolutely can be healthy on a vegan lifestyle. Now, with that being said, I want to make the point to say that veganism does not exactly equate to health. Veganism is about causing the least amount of harm to animals. Not exploiting animals, not eating animals, not wearing animals, and surely not using them for your own pleasure and exploiting them. Much the opposite. So we want to do everything we can to reduce animal suffering and reduce the amount of animals that are brought into this world for human consumption. We want to stop that. So that's why we're making compassionate choices to the best of our ability. It's not about being perfect, it's just about doing the least amount of harm to others. With that being said, you can absolutely be an unhealthy vegan. You can technically be a vegan and eat potato chips and french fries and soda and still be vegan, but not be healthy. So yeah, it's not about health, but generally when people go vegan, they end up seeing a healthy side effect. I know I did personally. And here I am 25 years later. I, on the other hand, am someone who likes to take care of my body and be as healthy as I can because I know that I only have one body and I don't want to ruin it. So I am showing people that yes, you can be completely healthy as a vegan. I'm in the best shape of my life, physically, mentally. I have the best endurance and stamina that I've ever had. Even when I was younger, I have more stamina now than I did then. I have more cardio, even though I've been a long-time skateboarder now for about 30 years. Right now I can run a lot further than I could when I was younger. My blood work is perfect and I never get sick. It's very, very rare. I haven't experienced a headache since even before I went vegan. I was a vegetarian for about 4.5 years, so I haven't eaten meat in 30 years. And that marks 30 years of not having a headache. And I used to get sick all the time when I was younger. Before I was a vegetarian, before I was a vegan, I would get sick a lot. I remember getting the flu and getting bronchitis and headaches all the time, pounding, throbbing headaches that wouldn't go away. And after I went vegetarian and I stopped consuming meat, I have not had a headache since. I very rarely ever get sick now. It's maybe once every year or two. The last time I can remember feeling sick was Christmas morning of last year, and it lasted maybe 18 hours or so. I just felt a little dizzy, cold chills, and had no appetite. And then I was fine within the next day. So yeah, I think I have a very strong immune system. I have zero deficiencies. My protein is good. I'm not dying of a protein deficiency, despite what a lot of people think. I'm healthy. I'm fit. I still skateboard to this day. I'm in my 40s. I don't want to seem like I'm older than I am because I want to stay as young as I can, as long as I can. But I'm almost 44 years old. That brings me to my mid-40s. I don't even like to say that, but that's where I'm at, and I feel great. I feel like I did when I was 20. This is something that definitely can be done. Veganism is a part of like what we consume, our choices and what we eat, because everybody has to eat, and I just choose the foods that are a little bit healthier as well as being vegan. So there's never been a day that I've woke up in the past 25 years where I said to myself, oh, I don't know if I can be vegan today. But obviously there's days where I'm like, what am I going to eat today? Within the realm of what am I going to eat today, it's always, there's no question it's going to be without animal products. It's going to be vegan. And like I said, I like to stay as healthy as I can, which means I try to treat my body right. I exercise daily. The foods I eat, I like to have a nice balance. But that doesn't mean that I'm 100% eating the healthiest food. Sometimes I indulge in processed foods, and I just keep that to a minimum. I keep it balanced out. I don't like to use oils. I don't have any oil in my house that I cook with or anything. But, obviously if I'm trying, the newest vegan products out there, a lot of them do have oils in it. So I make that exception. But the general rule is I try to eat the healthiest foods as I can. But I don't want to say I never indulge. I also abstain from any kind of alcohol or drugs. I've never done those in my life. So that's another thing that, I don't smoke. I don't even take medicine unless, of course, I haven't had this problem come up, but obviously I would take medicine if it was life or death situation, but I like to stay away from medicine as well, and I've done that for the majority of my life too. But again, like I very, very rarely ever get sick. I haven't needed to, thankfully, be on any kind of medicine. I was also born with a heart condition that the doctors said I would never outgrow. It was pulmonary stenosis, which was a narrowing of my pulmonary vein and going to my lungs. And I just kind of figured that was one of the reasons why I was very lethargic and out of breath as a child. Although I was an avid skateboarder since the age of about 13, so that's about 30 years now. Again, I'm in better shape now than I was as a kid. So I ended up going to the heart doctor specialist when I was in my early 20s to get a checkup. They put me on the cardiogram. They looked at my heart and they said, "You're fine. You outgrew it. You no longer have it. The size of your pulmonary vein or artery, I forget which one it was, is completely normal. It's not too small anymore. So you outgrew it. So congratulations. You don't need to be pre-medicated or anything like that when you go to the dentist, and you're fine." So that was a good, happy moment for me. But I did notice when I went vegetarian, within about a week or two, I felt better. I felt more energy. And that was the big thing for me. Like, I felt more energy. I felt less tired. And when I went vegan a few years later, I felt even better. I felt even less lethargic and more energy. So those are two benefits that I personally felt when I stopped eating animal products. And here I am 25 years later. This is a quarter of a century. It's almost too weird to say, a quarter of a century. Here I am, living proof, no deficiencies, perfect blood work. I feel great. I feel like I'm in the best shape of my life, and I'm just going to keep promoting this lifestyle to anyone who will listen, pretty much. That's what I do on this channel, The Vegan Zombie. I try to do it in a nice, entertaining, and educational way. Hopefully I can inspire a person or two or three or 1,000 or more. That's my goal. I just want people to know about it and know that it's not something that's hard. It all depends how you look at it. I always looked at it as a new chapter in my life that was, a fun new thing. And then I was doing the right thing. So maybe people can benefit from this video. There's a lot of anti-vegan videos out there these days that can really confuse people, especially people that are new to this. And I just want to be someone with a voice of reason and actual proof of somebody who's already done this. And it's kind of funny to me to think that I've been vegan longer than some of these people have been alive. Some of these people who are spewing these anti-vegan propaganda, some of the claims that they're making, they don't hold up. A lot of them, most of them, all of them, they don't hold up. If they did, then I probably likely wouldn't be alive right now if I wasn't able to get all the things I needed on a vegan diet. I wouldn't be alive, or I would be very horribly malnourished and very sick, and I'm not. I'm neither of those. So I think that's something to really think about. I've said this before in other videos, but I'm not surprised that there's a lot of anti-vegan videos out there nowadays, because veganism is so popular now. It's finally broken into the mainstream. And let me tell you, there weren't all these anti-vegan agendas back in the day. I mean, everybody would, say things against veganism, but now it's almost like channels that are just, their only agenda is to tear down veganism. And that's basically because veganism is becoming so mainstream. And with something so mainstream, there's got to be an opposition to that. But I just wanted to make this video to be a voice of reason and to shed some light on veganism for the long term, as far as health benefits go, and can you do this and be healthy. And it's absolutely yes. I've done it. I've already done it. There's a lot of anti-vegan propaganda out there, and I just want people to know both sides of the story and not have to feel like they don't know what to choose from, because it can be confusing when somebody is brand new to this and they don't know, and they see what seems to be a solid, legit argument from the opposing side, but without knowing the facts behind it and who to believe. But hopefully this video can help others, and they can see for themselves proof of somebody that's been vegan for 25 years, and I will be vegan the rest of my life. If there's anything I missed in this video that you guys still have questions about, please leave those in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer those, or to even make a new video on that. That's it for this video. Maybe I'll revisit this Taco Bell in another 25 years if it's still here, and maybe by then everything will be vegan. And as always, if you haven't already, subscribe, survive, watch out for zombies, and I'll see you guys next time.